till the day I die. Angry Cowboys fan, are you down to ride? Angry Cowboys fan, are you down to ride? Drop a like on the video, go ahead and subscribe. Cowboys Nation on a mission to regain that throne. With our soldiers on the field, we're getting deep in the zone. Giving that CCC, classic Cowboys content. Angry Cowboys fan is who we with. Angry Cowboys fan. Getting that CCC, classic Cowboys content. Angry Cowboys fan is who you with. Angry Cowboys fan.
Get your popcorn ready as we talk about ball. Angry Cowboys fan podcast, and it's on.
Get your popcorn ready as we talk about ball. Angry Cowboys fan podcast, and it's on. And it's on. And it's on.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation? What's going on, Cowboys Nation and angry Cowboys fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan, and you are tuning in to the Angry Cowboys Fan podcast live stream show, the place to find my raw and uncut, as well as give your raw and uncut in return. Now, what's going on with everybody? How was everybody's Easter weekend? How was y'all Easter, man? How was Resurrection Sunday for y'all? Y'all get y'all eat on? Was y'all able to put on your nice fitteds, going out there with your nice stuff, going to church, praising our Lord and Savior and everything, getting with family and eating great food? Well, me, what was it? I think it was like Friday or Saturday. The last time I actually released a video. After I released the video and everything, I'm in the kitchen talking to my wife and whatnot, and all of a sudden I get this sneezing fit. And with the sneezing fit, I go down, I'm like, "Phew," and then all of a sudden, bow, back popped out. I was like, oh my God, I'm in here getting old. I mean, I know I'm going on 43, but damn, oh my goodness, it hurt. It hurt, Cowboys Nation. Right now, I'm also in pain, but hey, the show must go on. But y'all know how we start these lives real quick. Y'all know how we start these lives. We got to go in the chat, say what's up with the chat, and you know what I'm going to do? Forget it. We're going to go ahead and put the overlay up so everybody can see what we talking about up in here. All right, so let's see. The homie right there. And then my left titty, Sports Junkie in the house. What's going on with you, bro? What's going on with you? We got Angie in the building. Hallelujah in the house. Hallelujah. We screaming one more time. Hallelujah. Yeah. And we got Gilligan in Ireland. What's going on, everybody? We got JG in the house. What's going on? Jared Thomas. Okay. We got my homie from the hometown. I'll see you in July. Slim Majors in the building. What's going on? Randy Jackson. Okay, is this the Randy Jackson from the Jackson 5 or is the Randy Jackson from American Idol? You let me know. Ramon, what's going on? Ramon Estrada in the building. All right. Yeah. It was big yesterday. Yep, yeah. Big smoke yesterday, you know what I'm saying? Had to do what I had to do. Where my stuff at? I show y'all real quick. What does it say? It says, make candy great again. Make candy great again. There's some nice skunk in there, though. Yeah, lead commander in the building. What's going on with you? Says Sports Junkie doing a Dak ain't no shit. What? Nah, man. See, all right. Let me go ahead and nip this in the bud real quick. My homie Sports Junkie had, Sports Junkie's channel before I met him. I had the Angry Cowboys fan before he met me. We came together to do the Facts Over Feelings podcast, and we still gonna do it. Life be lifing, but we still gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? But just let it be known, just because I go live and he's not a part of it doesn't mean that he ain't a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Because I always put the link in the chat, and he's free to come up and talk his talk. Y'all free to come up, talk y'all talk. But when it's the Angry Cowboys fan, it's the Angry Cowboys fan. When it's Sports Junkie, it's Sports Junkie. But we still dogs. Don't get it twisted, all right? Y'all don't get it twisted. All right, yeah, and yep, that's what it is right there. All right, we got Cowboys Thanos in the building. Yeah, boy, we gotta snap some of the underbelly of Cowboys Nation. We gotta snap some of those people away. You know what I'm saying? Because they like zombies. They want to bite you. You know what I'm saying? They want to bite you so you can get on their bandwagon, so you can jump on their style of thinking. Well, that's not what we're doing over here with the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel. Feel what I'm saying? But, I got a few bullet points that I want to talk to y'all. I haven't been going live as of late, but, I try to get in where I fit in, Cowboys Nation. And I recently went to X and I'm like, I had to ask the question. I put the post up. I'm like, am I one of the only, I won't say the only, but one of the only Dallas Cowboys content creators that see somebody go live and won't press the live button? Instead of going live when a person's live, I will go into their chat, interact with them in the chat and everything with the family and whatnot, but I won't go live. And I've just been trying to really figure out where I fit in as far as the live streams go, because I want to do it, if not every day. Every day is a little overwhelming, and it might be overwhelming for y'all, but like maybe 3 times a week. You know what I'm saying? 2-3 times a week during the off season, during the NFL regular season and whatnot. When the stuff heats up, y'all gonna see a lot of my face. You know what I'm saying? But that's why you really haven't seen me live. And people, I had some great content creators on that post. They responded to me. They was like, bro, just hit the live button. You know what I'm saying? And I try to refrain from the whole crabs in a barrel type of mentality where everybody, it's a dog eat dog world and whatnot. And I just try to show respect to my fellow content creators, because I know what this space can bring. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what this space can bring as well. But anyway, Angry Cowboys fans, we're going to be talking about the upcoming draft. We're going to be talking about, like I said, the underbelly of Cowboys Nation, how we got here to discover the underbelly, and how Cowboys Nation could be hindering the process instead of helping it. We'll be discussing the Dallas Cowboys' hesitation in signing their players and how it hurts more than just the salary cap. Also going to be talking about how drafting a weapon with the 12th pick will jolt some electricity back in the Cowboys Nation. Toward the end of the show, I'm going to put the link in the chat so y'all can get up here and give me your raw and uncut. But my only rule, and I got to put rules in here now, Cowboys Nation. I believe we might implement these rules on the Facts Over Feelings podcast as well, but you got to show yourself on screen. I want to be able to see who I'm talking to. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to, virtually look you in the eye. You know what I'm saying? And you got to keep it short. You got to keep it short, because we have some people in here, that'll give a 5-minute diatribe, but we have people waiting on them to get done, and they never get done. So we got to use our time sparingly, if you feel what I'm saying. But all that and more during the Angry Cowboys Fan Podcast live episode. All right, Cowboys Nation. The 2025 NFL Draft is this week. It's this week. I know a lot of Cowboys fans have been waiting for this day to come, been waiting on this day to come since the 2024 playoffs. You know, people been making mock drafts since the 2024 playoffs started. There were some people that made mock drafts in November. So we have been waiting for this day to come. And there's going to be a lot of wonderful Dallas Cowboys content creators available on draft day. They're going to be streaming their content on draft day. We're going to have the DC universe. And, you know, your man, the Angry Cowboys fan, will be popping in to give my analysis on the draft and whatnot. You know, it's going to be a marathon for the DC universe. So make sure that you get your popcorn ready. You know what I'm saying? But definitely tune in. There's going to be Law Nation has his thing going on. Attack on Cowboys has his draft coverage going on. It's going to be a lot of dope Cowboys content out there. So make sure you tune in. And I'll be going live on day 2. I'm in hopes to getting, you know, connected with Jay Tuck, him being on the channel so we could y'all hear that dog outside? I was on a roll, dog. Damn. But anyway, I'm gonna see if we can get with Jay Tuck, have him on the channel to talk with him about his perspective on the selections on day 1 and how he feels that the draft's going at that point. You know what I'm saying? But speaking of draft, and this has been a hot button topic for a minute now, you know, for a couple months now. The weapons and, you know, O-line, the feud, the debate. I'm sorry, but I am fully endorsing weapons within the first 3 picks. I mean, Angry Cowboys Fan Family, for those that rock with me, y'all know what's going on. Y'all know that we got to have a spark. But a wide receiver and a running back, you got to have them. We've seen it the past few years. You got to have something that travels with the team, and a run game travels, whether you're away, whether you're fighting in the elements, that run game travels. So we have to go wide receiver and running back within those first 3 picks. You know what I'm saying? But I feel that would be the smart decision. But we also have to hit on at least 4 picks this year. You know, if you go back into the Dallas Cowboys draft history, there's a lot of people that we've drafted that are no longer with the team. A lot of people that we drafted that we messed up on. So we have to go into this draft with our due diligence. We got to go into this draft getting players. Hopefully, I say out of those 4 players, 3 players that can hit the ground running. 3 players that can have that day 1 starting effect, you know. But this is why I feel that we need to go in and draft a weapon. I mean, we could draft offensive line throughout the draft or whatnot. I'm cool with that. You know, Jack Majors, I actually have my eye on him, the center out of Texas, got my eye on him. And I feel, you know, we can get maybe that center and possibly another right guard or a right tackle. But the first 3 picks, they got to be weapons, whether offensive or defensive side of the ball. They have to be weapons. But people have been saying that they want to pick Amarion Hampton. They want to pick Amarion Hampton at pick 12. I believe that the only way I'm picking a running back at pick 12 is if it's Ashton Jeanty. If Jeanty and T-Mac are gone, then I flirt with trading back. You know, there've been a few teams who have been open to the thought of trading up in the draft. The Pittsburgh Steelers have been linked to trading up. People are talking about trading down with the Pittsburgh Steelers and getting George Pickens for. I don't know how I feel about that though. You know what I'm saying? They want to get George Pickens as a wide receiver, but I feel that we don't need that type of vibe in the locker room. You know what I'm saying? We have finally gotten over the divide, which was in the locker room, the divide on the defensive side of the ball when it comes to Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence. We've finally gotten over that. There's been a cleansing in that locker room. I mean, people could say that we still got Malik Hooker, and Malik Hooker had, you know, an issue with Micah Parsons, but I still feel Malik Hooker can fall in line. With the vision that's set in front of them, they can fall in line. But we don't want to add more division in this locker room. And I believe that George Pickens coming to the Dallas Cowboys. If he's not getting the targets that he feels he needs, if he's not getting the receptions that he feels he should get, then I believe there's going to be a civil war within that locker room. And I don't want that, especially in Brian Schottenheimer's first year. Like, we're putting the weight of the world on this man's shoulders. The last thing that we need in this locker room is a toxic person. And I don't know George Pickens from a hole in the wall. I don't know him from Adam, but I can only go off of what I see, and I see that he can be somewhat of a menace. I see that he checks out of games every now and then. I see that he doesn't give his all every now and then. This is something that I do not want for our Dallas Cowboys. I don't want, for Dak Prescott and that offense. But if we trade back, my first order of business, and I know this is a lot of your first order of business as well, but if we're trading back, we're in the business of securing that missing fourth round pick. You know what I'm saying, Cowboys Nation? I would take into consideration the team's position on the draft board and what talent would be projected around said pick. But if we're trading back, I'm looking to get that fourth round pick. I mean, if a player comes, cool, depending on who it is. But let's say like the George Pickens move, I would much rather get a pick and go into the draft and get another wide receiver. There's some dogs in there. Everybody knows there's some dogs at that wide receiver position. But also in my last episode, I talked about how the Carolina Panthers may be looking to trade back with the Dallas Cowboys. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember what they wanted? I believe they sit at the 8th spot in the draft. The Carolina Panthers wanted to trade the first round picks, 8 and 12, but they wanted a second round pick. I don't think so. You ain't getting a second round pick and switching the first round pick in the same draft. The Dallas Cowboys need to fill way too many spots. They need to fill way too many holes in this draft, in this team with this draft to be giving out a second round pick. Giving up that could be, we trade up, we secure an Ashton Jeanty at the cost of that second round pick that could have been a Trey Harris or somebody along that nature. I don't that's just too rich for my blood, but I would like to trade up for that spot in the draft though. I would. But they'd have to be willing to they'd have to be willing to take a 2026 pick. I would be willing to give up like a third or a fourth rounder in 2026, but I'm not giving you my second this year. I'm sorry. You are not getting that, Carolina. But I remember back in the day, when I would watch football, and I actually would consider myself, looking back at it now, I consider myself at that point a casual fan. When I'll be thinking about the draft and everything, the draft will come around. I'm like, man, I ain't watching this crap. This is a waste of time. I'm gonna see the talent out on the field anyway. Now, I mean, it ain't even that I'm a content creator, but I think it's now that I'm older and I understand the game of football even more. The draft process is it's been exciting. It has been exciting wondering who the Dallas Cowboys are going to get. It's been exciting doing the mock drafts with you guys, doing the mock drafts on my own, because I probably do like 7 mock drafts a day. But just doing all that, getting the information, doing all that stuff has just been so exciting to me. So before we get into, I'm going to show you what I've been working on this whole Easter Sunday, after my back blown out and stuff, no diddy. But after I think I believe I slipped a disc, but after slipping another disc, I really couldn't do too much. So I sat here and I made a spreadsheet. You know what I'm saying? I made a spreadsheet of all the prospects. So I'm gonna show y'all that, but let me get to the chat real quick. See what y'all talking about. All right, everybody saying what's up. Let me scroll down real quick. Oh man. All right, we got Jared Thomas says, salute Angry Cowboys fan. There have been more Dak Prescott hate. There's always gonna be Dak Prescott hate, my bro. There's always gonna be Dak Prescott hate. There's always gonna be that division within Cowboys Nation, and it's unfortunate. It is. It's unfortunate because I kind of I look at the Dallas Cowboys as like my children. You know what I'm saying? My babies. These are my babies. And I feel, and I'm gonna talk about this more in this whole podcast, but I feel that the underbelly of the Dallas Cowboys, like these players, you can't tell me that these players do not see what these people are posting, what these people say about these players, them in there giving their blood, sweat, and tears to try and get to a Super Bowl, to try to get to a playoff run, things of that nature, and then they just get dogged for it. You can't tell me that the Dallas Cowboys don't see that. You can't tell me that a Dak Prescott or a Micah Parsons or a Tyler Guyton doesn't see this, or a Mozzie Smith. So that's why I asked the question, and I'm gonna get more into this. I don't wanna get into it too quick, but that just begs the question: like, are we more of a hindrance? Those type of people are they more of a hindrance or a help to the Dallas Cowboys and the mission and the goal to get to where we want to be? But appreciate the comment. Appreciate the comment. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Make candy great again. And I was like, when I got the package, I'm like, is there candy in there? Like, I don't want no edibles. I want to smoke. So, I opened it and oh man, it smells dope. It smells delicious. Yeah, so you know how your man spent Easter 420. Yes, sir. All right, Lead Commander, Sports Junkie is very good at what he does, just like you, Angry. I appreciate it, and I'm pretty sure I'm more than sure that Sports Junkie will thank you as well. Thank you for those for those words, man. We truly appreciate it. And that's coming from a Commanders fan. I like that. I like that. I like the fact that we all can come in here as a melting pot and talk football. There may be some, in the words of Mike Fisher, some slappies. There may be some slappies that come up in here, but for the most part, we got a great crew. We got a great sum of individuals in here. I love it. I love it. Right. Yo, Anthony, what's going on with you? What's going on with you? Yeah. Hey, Cowboys Thanos said, just say the word and he gonna snap him away. Yeah. Hey, Ty, what you mean? You said this is perfect timing. This is perfect timing. What you mean? We love to have perfect timing. We damn sure do. Edge says timer, please. Hey man, I didn't want to break it out, but I got the button. That button is universal. Everybody knows what that means when you hear that sound. That means you might want to hurry it up because time is running out. I mean, I got the whole song, but I don't want YouTube to copyright strike me. But that's what we're gonna have to have. We're gonna have to have a timer. I mean, I want people to get up here and get their raw and uncut off, but there has to be a cutoff. You know what I'm saying? Because people will get up here, get on their soapbox, and we over here like, yeah, yeah. Yep. Nah. We can't have that. You know what I'm saying? We can't have that. So we got to have a timer, unfortunately. Just think about it. Whenever you hit the link, just think about the 3 and 4 letter networks, ESPN and whatnot, how they do it. You'll see the guys come up there. They'll bop, 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 bop. They'll say what they say for like 45 seconds to a minute, and they'll boom, pass it to somebody else. It's like passing the rock. Teamwork makes the dream work. Yes, ma'am. Right. What's going on with you, Curtis? What's going on with you, Curtis? How you doing? Got Coyote in the building. Coyote is in the house. All right. David Eagles Champ 34. Uh-oh. He said, I saw your video on Shady. To me, that's hypocrisy because Michael Irvin was always loud talking crazy. So why can't Shady stick up for us? I don't care if Shady sticks up for the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't care. That's y'all guy. He the leading Russian dude for the Philadelphia Eagles. That's y'all guy. But when he goes and just comes on that show with his feelings and don't bring up any stats, and the stats that he does bring up are absolutely wrong, then I'm gonna call him out on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna call him out on it. And there's been some videos. I don't know if you're new to the channel or whatnot, but go look on my channel. There's been videos where I've given Shady his props. Like, oh shoot, okay, Shady coming like that. All right. But if you're just gonna sit there and degrade, this is the reason why I stopped watching the 3 and 4 letter networks. This is the reason why I made the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel, is because I was getting sick and tired of people bashing my team without educating me on my team. You know what I'm saying? I knew the fundamentals about football and whatnot, but I wanted to be educated more on my team, how we can succeed, how they felt we could succeed. And that's not what we got. That's not what I get from Shady McCoy. So that's why I call him out, brother. But I don't consider it hypocrisy at the fact that, like, if Shady McCoy went down with a broken neck, I don't think our Dallas Cowboys fans would have laughed at him. You know what I'm saying? Michael Irvin, Philadelphia Eagles laughed at him, bro. Philadelphia Eagles fans laughed at him when he was motionless on the field. So Michael Irvin might feel the way Michael Irvin feel because he witnessed it. I mean, shoot, even A.J. Brown got his car stolen in Philly. Oh, jeez. Whew. Boy. And boy, Will Smith wasn't lying when he moved to Bel Air. Man, but I appreciate you coming in here. I appreciate you checking out the content. Even though you're not a Dallas Cowboys fan, you are a fan of football nonetheless, and I truly appreciate you. Yeah. Yeah. Cowboys Thanos gonna load the clip on them. Somebody wants my attention? Uh-oh, somebody want my attention. Who want my attention? Oh boy. Oh boy. Somebody want my attention. Say, Angry, look up. Someone wants your attention. Who that is? Who that is? Let me scroll back, see if I can just say the word. I'm trying to look. I'm trying to look. All right. Let me skip down to the end real quick. Skip down to the end so I can see who needed my attention. See, that's what I'm talking about, Cowboys Thanos. That's what I'm talking about. He was laying on the field motionless. Motionless. Every Dallas Cowboy fan sitting there like, come on, Mike. Come on, Mike. Everybody. Then you got Philadelphia Eagles fans laughing. That's crazy to me, Cowboys Nation. That is crazy to me. Man. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, Thanos. Load the clip on the draft. Dak needs weapons. Yes, Dak absolutely does need weapons. And I don't want to hear that bull crap about how many weapons does he need? Does he need an all-Madden team? Yes, he needs an all-Madden team. I want the Monstars by his side. You know, if there's an inefficiency in your quarterback, you got to do something in order to mask it. And personally, to me, yes, Dak Prescott throws inappropriate and untimely interceptions and stuff like that. But for the most part, he's a great quarterback. He is. And nobody's gonna talk me out of that. I'm gonna get into that. But let's go ahead and continue with I was gonna show y'all guys what I was working on. Let me see if I can pull it up. Share my screen. Uh-oh. Oh, word. Where am I? Hold on, guys. I'm coming. I promise. No diddy. But all right, here we go. Boom. Here we go. If y'all can see that on your screen, this is what I was working on during Easter weekend. You know, I'm over here in agonizing pain, but managing and putting together a spreadsheet of prospects into this draft. Like right here, you see the wide receiver prospects. The wide receiver prospects in blue are the ones that had the 30-day visits. The wide receiver prospects in red are people that I would like to see the Dallas Cowboys take a look at. You know what I'm saying? Like, if those names in blue are not available for our Cowboys, even though one should be available, but if they're not available, or you want to pick up somebody in the later rounds, like you could pick up a, excuse me, you could pick up a Ty Felton in the third round. You know, he might slip into the fourth round. If you can get a fourth round draft pick for him, hey, I mean, if you can get a fourth round draft pick and then attain him, hey, we in the money. You know what I'm saying? But you also look at like Dante Thornton Jr. from Tennessee down there. There has been a common thread in my looking for a wide receiver for Dak Prescott, looking for that specific X wide receiver. And I've been looking at their size, their weight, their span, their wingspan, because I got the span over here. Man, been doing that. We got the running backs right here. Like I said, the blue, 30 days. The red, who I want to see the Cowboys take an interest in, like Devin Neal from Kansas, or RJ Harvey, even DJ Giddens from Kansas State, just because he has a rapport. Oh, let me press that. Just because he has a rapport with our offensive line coach. That would be a good move. We got defensive line in here. We got the edge rusher specific right here, the defensive backs, as well as the offensive line, the linebackers, the tight ends, quarterbacks, and special team. You know, the sections that I got their height, their weight, their hands, their arms, the 40 speed, the shuttle speed, vertical jump, broad jump, 10-yard, 10-yard dash, if you want to call it that, the bench press, their wingspan, the three cones, and their projected round that they are looking to be drafted in. There's a lot of UDFAs right here with the tight end situation. There's a lot of UDFAs. But I just wanted to show y'all that, Cowboys Nation, let y'all know how dang it. There we go. I just wanted to show y'all that to let y'all know how into it I'm trying to get. You know what I'm saying? How ready I am trying to get for the DC universe when I pop on there and, you know, give my little expert opinion, if you want to call it that. Yeah, but I got to do what I got to do. So let's go ahead and continue on with these bullet points. Let's see. All right. Let's talk about what I would do if Ashton Jeanty or Teteroa McMillan or Matthew Golden are gone. I'm going to do what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do exactly what y'all do. I'm going to trade down and go for either Luther Burden III or Emeka Egbuka. You know, I feel this type of move with the 12th pick would send a jolt through Cowboys Nation. And what do I mean about the jolt in Cowboys Nation? Ever since the Green Bay Packers game, we have been down. Ever since the Green Bay Packers lost, we have just been down in the dumps. Last year didn't do us no favors because the people that we root for, a lot of the top guys, a lot of the stars on your team went down to injuries. The quarterback went down to the injuries. Micah Parsons, you know, CeeDee Lamb ended the year on an injury. You know, he's still out there trying to get his yardage with a hurt shoulder. So you know what I'm saying? So we just been down in the dumps. It's been hard out here for a pimp, Cowboys Nation. But with that being said, that makes me go into the negativity, the underbelly of the Dallas Cowboys. You know, I have witnessed the negativity from some Cowboys Nation that it is incredible. The continued doom and gloom coming from some of our fan base. You know, if you don't agree with them, if you don't agree with the doom and gloom, then they disrespect you. Then you're not a true fan. You don't know football if you don't agree with what they say. That's why I try to invite an attitude where you can have your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Just because you think something, I'm not gonna. You're absolutely wrong unless I can prove you statistically wrong. Like with the whole garbage time situation, I can prove that you're statistically wrong. But for the most part, I'm not in it to change your point of view. I'm just in here to give you knowledge. So there are people that come to the chat, there are people that go to the comment section and say the same thing over and over and over and over and over. I don't know what they expect. That's the question that I got for them. You know what I'm saying? Like the ones who try to convert fans into fans that no longer support Dak Prescott or something. Like, what do you get out of it? You know, Cowboys Nation, I'm just curious. Like, what do you get out of it? Do you get commission or something? You get paid for trying to convert people to not like Dak. What do you get from it? Like when you finally get somebody to say, you know what? Dak Prescott isn't what we need. Dak Prescott isn't gonna get it done. We need to trade Dak Prescott. What does that do? Do you feel more accomplished? Like, yeah, I turned him against Dak. And then what do you do from there? You move on, you turn around. Oh, I got him. Turn around, take off, go get the next person. You know what that's called? That's a virus. That is a virus that eats from the middle out. And that's not something that I want for the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel. And I mean, I understand that people have their own opinions. You got your own raw and uncut and everything. I welcome that. I definitely welcome that. One thing that I don't welcome, though, is berating somebody for their fandom. You know what I'm saying? Just continuously, oh, you stupid because you like Dak. Are you dumb? You a Dak sexual. Rah, 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 rah. Like, I don't like that because you're trying to convince and change people's fandom and make them fan the way you want to make them fan. Nah, we ain't doing that shit over here, Cowboys Nation. We ain't doing that. Everybody's an individual for a reason, and you're going to have your individual thoughts when it comes to this team. I want to be that type of vessel that allows you to have a voice. And I don't say allow you because that sounds pretty messed up. One that offers his soapbox for you, offers the channel for you so you can get your raw and uncut out because there was an incident and I was reminded about it because this person commented again. I was reminded about it. The incident was that this person would go to a lot of Dallas Cowboys content creators, whether it's me, all these other creators on YouTube. He would try to get his point across. And because the comment section, goes and goes and goes, it goes 100 miles an hour. I don't think content creators actually saw. And then he came to me, he was like, I'm going to thumb all your stuff down. I'm going to thumb all your stuff down, thumb all content creators stuff down because y'all only do it for the money. I have to pay you to get my point across. And the funny thing about it was that Sports Junkie and I had just got done with a live where we had put the link in the chat for anybody to come up and give their raw and uncut for absolutely nothing. It was free. We don't charge people to come up here and give their raw and uncut. So it was kind of funny to me because I'm like, bro, you must have missed the live show that we just did. You know what I'm saying? You must have missed it because we let people on. And I was like, thumbing everybody's stuff down is not going to get you anywhere in Cowboys Nation. You might want to rethink it. I didn't treat him like some asshole. So it had to been a few months past. And just like 3 or 4 days ago, I got a message from him, thanking me, saying, he'd never thumb my stuff down. He'd never thumb anybody's stuff down. He was just aggravated that he felt like he wasn't getting heard. That's something that I don't want for this channel or the Facts Over Feelings channel. And I know Sports Junkie agrees with me. Like he agrees that you guys have a voice as well as we have a voice, and we want you guys to get off what you want to get off. No diddy. You know what I'm saying? But speaking of the underbelly and the hate for Dak Prescott, I put a video up on what was it, X. I put a video up on X. It was one pass from Dak Prescott. It was during the Pittsburgh Steelers game. And I put it up and I asked the question, was this an inaccurate pass or was it a dot? So we're gonna take a look at that pass real quick. All right, Cowboys Nation. I want y'all to look at that pass. So let me see. So y'all can judge for yourself. You know what I'm saying? All right. Here we go. Pull it up on the screen. All right, guys, I'm gonna pull it up on the screen. You see it right there. Go ahead and press play. Is this an inaccurate pass, or is it a dot? All right. All right. Wham. Uh. Woo. Let's look at that again. Let's look at that again. Boy, to me, look at this. Wham. Mm, mm. To me, Cowboys Nation, that is a dot. Look at this. Look at this. All right, I'm going to pause it real quick. Bam. Look at that. What is one of the rules for a quarterback? To throw it to where only your receiver can get it. There's a few Dak Prescott people that don't like Dak Prescott that would say that this is an inaccurate pass. It wasn't thrown to him in the numbers, blah blah blah. It didn't hit him right there in the chest. Now, what if that would have hit him in the chest? Down here. He's intercepting that ball, right? People tend to have this tendency like, oh, that's an inaccurate pass. Oh, that's an inaccurate pass. Like, no, a quarterback's job, and let me go ahead and stop the sharing. Bam. All right. Oops. Get back on my thing. A lot of people think that the quarterback's supposed to be writing the numbers all the time, every time. Like, no, Cowboys Nation, no. And I know a lot of you guys know this, that it's not that way. What a quarterback is going to do is going to throw you open. He's going to put the ball where only you can get it. And that's that's what Dak Prescott does. Real talk. That is what Dak Prescott does. And let me see what y'all saying up in here. No, nope. LT rate. Nope. I'm not. I'm just saying, in general, in general, what I have seen. And remember, I started the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel on a year that we went 12-5. We were 12-5, so it was all, yeah, here we go. Oh, yep, it was all this stuff. But then when we got beat by the Green Bay Packers, it went all downhill. You know, it just went all downhill. People would sit there and degrade you and your mama for liking Dak Prescott. And it's not in breezy. You know what I'm saying? It's not in breezy. I know y'all might go over to his channel and see things and everything, but it's not him. You know, he has his takes. Like I put on X, man. I'm not gonna sit here and talk bad about or degrade another content creator because I know what it takes to just press the record button, you know? I know what it takes to come up here and do these lives and get in front of everybody and talk your talk. I know what it's like. So I'm never gonna put down another content creator for going out there and getting theirs. We may not agree, we may not agree on some things when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys, but at the end of the day, that dude is a man and he's a content creator, and I respect what he does. Do we agree that he may think Dak Prescott isn't it? I think Dak Prescott is it, but at the end of the day, we're all Dallas Cowboys fans. And that's how I feel. I'm not the type that's gonna hate another person because of the way they feel about football. Nah, that ain't me. But no, I'm not talking about M Breezy. Shout out to M Breezy, man. Do yo do. Do yo do, brother. Angie says, well, that JP dude goes in every chat repeating. Lord have mercy. I didn't want this to be like that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like they have their thoughts. They have their thoughts just like we have our thoughts. We support Dak Prescott. They don't. But I think where the line needs to be drawn is the reason why I made this channel. Like, okay, if you don't think Dak Prescott is it, then what do we do? How do we put pieces around Dak Prescott? Because you're saying that he has these inefficiencies. Then if somebody has an inefficiency, then you put the pieces around them so you can mask that inefficiency. And I know what a lot of people are going to say is like, well, he's getting $60 million. Why should we mask inefficiencies? He's a $60 million man. Well, he's your quarterback and he's a fourth rounder and he has some faults. You have to do something to mask those faults. What are those faults? After 30 passes, Dak Prescott gets wild with the ball. And more than 30 passes leads to interceptions. So what do we do? What do we do in that case? You get him a run game. You get him a great run game. That way, when we go into the playoffs, y'all know that the run game translates anywhere. You can take the run game anywhere. If it's raining, if it's snowing, sleeting outside, and we still got to play, that run game can translate anywhere. In the playoffs, we like the passing game, it'll get you to the playoffs. It'll get you to the playoffs. But when you get to the playoffs and you meet those teams that can run the ball, you got to be able to match that intensity. And for the past few years, we haven't been able to match that intensity. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying? But I got a super chat I got to get. Homie LT Ray hooked the brother up. Truly appreciate you, brother. Truly appreciate your support for the channel. Says, Angry. I think we have a lot of guys we have aren't bad. Yeah, I think a lot of guys that we have aren't bad. They were just with a coach that didn't know how to scheme them. Let's see what Shotty can do. I'm totally on board with that. I am 150% on board with that. Because when you have a player like Brandon Cooks comes out and he is the person that gets 1,000 yards with any team that he's with. But when he comes to the Dallas Cowboys, boom, is stagnant. You know what I'm saying? CeeDee Lamb is having a record-breaking year, but Brandon Cooks can't get past 800 yards. You know what I'm saying? So people will contribute that, well, Dak Prescott must suck. He can only hit one. One person, and that's CeeDee Lamb. No, that's what Cowboys Nation was begging him to do. Remember the hashtag Spam Lamb? Y'all remember that? We wanted him to get Lamb the ball. So Brandon Cooks suffered from it. But if you got a coach in here that knows how to scheme these guys, that are innovative in their play calling, that's up to date with their play calling, that hasn't been left behind by the NFL, then I believe we'll have a better outcome. And I think Brian Schottenheimer, it may not be this year, but I think Brian Schottenheimer will be able to do something with this squad, man, especially if we go to that Marty Ball, that ground and pound, that style that he's accustomed to, you know? And I wonder, like, with Brian Schottenheimer and the Seattle Seahawks, when he was with the Seattle Seahawks, there was a rift between him and Pete Carroll. I think Brian Schottenheimer wanted to run the ball more, and Pete Carroll wanted to get a little air underneath the ball. So there was a rift between the two. Bring that run game to Dallas. Bring that ambition to want to run the game. Want to run the ball to Dallas. Bring it, because we need it. Because the past, 4 or 5 years, it ain't been that. The Mike McCarthy era, like, and I looked up the numbers, and I said this is the Skywalker Steel, and Skywalker Steel was absolutely correct. It's like, you can't look at the stats, you can't look at the percentage of how much we ran, because Mike McCarthy would call the dumbest, the oldest run scheme. You know what I'm saying? Like, inside zone for a Deuce Vaughn. Like, why are you running this man up the middle? Come on, this ain't college. You need to have packages for Deuce Vaughn. You got to have packages for Kevontae Turpin. Like, man. But yeah, you're absolutely right, LT Ray, man. I completely agree with you. 100. Thank you for the $5 super chat. And Cowboys Nation, I truly appreciate anybody that supports this channel, that donates to this channel, that gives their hard-earned money to this channel. We don't get up here and grift and ask people like, yo, can you send me $20, please? Can you send me $20? But I do appreciate everybody that rocks with the super chats, the super thanks, and we got the Cash App pinned up in the comment section. For those who send Cash Apps, I got it pulled up just in case somebody does send one while we live, I can go ahead and check and give you a shout out. But thank you, everybody. Thank you for your support. Real talk. All right, Angie. It's cool having your own opinion, but like you said, Angry, most of them come off like they're trying to recruit people to hate Dak. For real. For real. It's like the Foot Clan. Y'all remember the Foot Clan from the Ninja Turtles? They're having them Foot Clan tryouts. That's what it is. It's like people come to the comment section to get you on board. Like, bro, why can't you respect the fact that I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan and that I respectfully disagree with you? Y'all see the word that I used twice in that sentence? Respect. You know, I respect the fact that people may not like Dak Prescott. That's cool. That's cool. I understand that. But when you come to the chat, you come to the comment section and you say the same thing over and over and over and over. That's not going to change my opinion. That's not going to change my opinion. That's going to get me irritated at the fact that you're polluting the chat. Pretty much. I understand where you're coming from with your dismay of Dak Prescott, but don't you understand where I'm coming from with my support? Do you understand that the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel is a glass half full type of channel? I know you can be thrown off by the name. Oh, that dude, he ain't angry. He ain't angry. He ain't throwing his controller when he loses in Madden. He ain't punching the screen when the Cowboys lose. No, I ain't that stupid. Nope. This shit costs money. Something that I ain't got being out of work. You know what I'm saying? But it's real talk. I just don't understand why that type of fan is not happy until they convert somebody. You know, damn. Just fan the way you fan, damn it. Shoot. The real fan won. LT Ray, they had Super Bowl level coaches in McCarthy, Kellen, and Dan Quinn, who were at least in a Super Bowl with other teams. It's the players, not the coaches. Word. So tell me, did you not complain about Mike McCarthy? Did you not complain about Mike McCarthy's clock management? Did you not complain about Mike McCarthy's archaic play calling? Did you not? Because I know I did, damn it. And I know a lot of Cowboys Nation did, and they were happy when he was gone, but they weren't happy with the replacement. You know what I'm saying? And let's not get it twisted as if Mike McCarthy was this 3-4 time Super Bowl winner. Yes, he won one Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers having to play out of his mind. You know what I'm saying? He does got that Super Bowl. Yes, he does. But if it's the coaching staff, you know, if it's the coaching, they be able to get whoever to the Super Bowl, right? Right? Nah. I mean, his time is done. His time is done. And Kellen Moore, when he was with the Dallas Cowboys, was not a Super Bowl winning coordinator. He wasn't. It took him being released by the Cowboys, going to the Chargers, then going to Philadelphia. It took that experience for him to actually make it do what it do. You know, and when he got a running game, he's like, "Oh shoot, we got a running game. I'm about to play with this toy until it break." And that's what he did. And, you know, fortunately for the Eagles and Saquon Barkley stayed healthy, and I'm actually happy that he stayed healthy this year. But Kellen got that newfound ability that if we need somebody, our front office isn't gonna say, "Nah, we can't get him. He costs too much," even though they got the salary cap to get him. Nah, he costs too much. You know, we compare Kellen Moore with the Eagles, we compare Dan Quinn with the Commanders to a fractured Dallas Cowboys organization. We compare that. Why don't we compare Jerry Jones? Why don't we compare Jerry Jones to Magic Johnson and their owner? Remember that conversation that they were having? We gonna stay out the way. We gonna let them do football operations. We pretty much just the bank. We pretty much just gonna hand the money to make them do what it do. They don't get that in Cowboys Nation. They don't get that in Frisco. You know what I'm saying? They don't get that. So to compare them is like, okay, do we have their front office? Do we have what they have when it comes to their front office? When it comes to their willingness to say, "Oh, you're inefficient at this spot. Okay, let's run out and go get somebody. And let's go get a top somebody." You know what I'm saying? Let's go get somebody with a high motor. But I feel what you're saying though. I feel what you're saying. I feel what you're saying. You can support someone and still want to move on. Yes, you can support someone and still want to move on. But when moving on is your only focus and you can't bring an opinion that betters the team, the only opinion that you can bring is Dak sucks. We ain't getting nowhere until Dak's gone. He sucks. We ain't gonna make it to the Super Bowl under Dak Prescott. He sucks. It's like we have him for the next 2, 3, 4 years. I mean, his contract's 4 years, but I believe they have an escape hatch after the second year. But are you gonna spend the whole time that he's here saying those things? Like, yes, you can support someone and want to move on. Actually, how? Actually, yeah. Explain that. Explain that to me. I support you, but I don't like you. I support you, but I don't want you on my team. How? The more I talk about it, how? you know? All right, let's see. Nah, LT Ray, you ain't put no words in my mouth, bro. You ain't put no words in my mouth. Spit your raw and uncut. Real talk. Spit your raw and uncut. Real talk, real talk. What's going on, John? John Simon in the building. John Simon is in the building. All right. See, this is what I rock with. Says we need a better O line to run. And me personally, I like our O line. I believe our O line needs time to gel. They need time to work together. And they need time to grow together. We expected Tyler Guyton to come out of college and just hit the ground running, and not that there wouldn't be too much of a change between Tyler Guyton and Tyron Smith. Come on, come on. We knew that there was going to be a learning curve for Tyler Guyton. And that's why I'm like, why are people so willing to give up on this person after a year? After a year, after their rookie year, people are saying we need to get rid of Tyler Guyton. We need to draft another left tackle. Like, man, if you draft another left tackle, that is going to kill that man's morale. I mean, and you draft another left tackle. I'm talking about like within the first 3 picks. Oh yeah, that's gonna kill his morale. It's gonna be like, damn, I ain't no good. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that to your player that you just drafted a year ago. The man has potential, but he's gonna have to unlock it. And I believe that was said on X. Like, I don't know what type of player he's gonna be. He's gonna have to unlock that type of player, and that's all on Tyler Guyton. But it's also on the time of development. These players need time to develop. You know what I'm saying? Okay, LT Ray says that it was Pete that called a pass play. See, see, see. And I feel that's something that Mike McCarthy would have done too. Call the pass play on the 2-yard line in the shotgun formation when we got a beast in the backfield that could hammer his way through that damn line. I feel he would have been just like that. Real talk. Real talk. NWB, after 30 passes with a fringe number 1 wide receiver, a questionable O-line, and no run offense compared to teams that only had their quarterback to complete 17 passes, Dak's not holding the team. Ooh, you call I like to pick your brain on that one. You call CD Lamb a fringe one? Ooh, Niecy in the building. What's going on, Miss Niecy? How you doing? Just coming up in here. But damn, after 30 passes with a fringe number 1 wide receiver, I don't know. CD Lamb, if he could get more of that dog, like as far as if somebody trying to push on him, like, nah, dude, I ain't allowing you to do that, and give some push back, I think CD Lamb, he would be the best wide receiver in the NFL. But I just think like maybe now that he got paid, he got his bag, he will be that type of wide receiver that, don't take no crap. But for the first 4 years, yeah, he was getting pushed around a little bit, but he is a number one receiver, and I believe he's definitely proved that. He is definitely a number one wide receiver, especially get him a number two. Get him a number two this coming draft. We're gonna see what CD Lamb do. Yeah, we're gonna see what CD Lamb do. Prime Aaron Rodgers and the refs. Des caught it. Yeah. My homie Sports Junkie says, I have a feeling this is going to be a great draft if Jerry don't mess it up. I do too. I do too, bro. I got a feeling about this draft. Like, man, I have never been excited for a draft like I am for this one. Like, real talk, man. Just like, damn, I can't wait till the draft. I can't wait till the draft. But if they go like, and we, do I got the button for it? Let me see if I got the button for it. With the 12th overall pick, the Dallas Cowboys pick offensive lineman. I'm like, fuck. I'm sorry. Like, shoot, come on, man. Damn. But I'm gonna see what they do with the second and third picks. But I am gonna be like, dang it, come on, man. But LT Ray says, I don't know why Dak is so hated. And the Lions lost embarrassingly to a rookie quarterback. How come they didn't get dragged through the dirt like Dak and the Cowboys did? I hate to say it like this, LT Ray, but the Dallas Cowboys fan base has a reputation for a reason. And a lot of people look at the minority and how the minority of Cowboys Nation acts, talks, expects, things like that. And they're like, damn, yeah, all y'all delusional. you know? And like, see, even when you say like you support somebody, you support a player, they will go down, they will just I don't know. They'll just talk all kinds of hatred and spew all kinds of hatred. And it just makes everybody from the outside looking in like, damn, your own fans don't like your quarterback. Ew. Give us Dak. I know I had a Seattle Seahawks person say, shoot, give us Dak. We'll gladly take him. Raiders fan too. And it's like, man, Cowboys Nation don't see what they have until, well, I can't say Cowboys Nation. Some in Cowboys Nation don't see what they have until it's gone. Did the same thing with Tony Romo. When he was gone, he was the best thing smoking. Oh, Tony Romo's the best ever. But when he was here, they talk shit about him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel, and like I said earlier, I treat this like my kids, treat this like my grandkids. Like, you can do it. We just got to get things to go in our favor. And the things that go in our favor starts in the off season. It doesn't start on the field. And that's the impression a lot of Cowboys fans get misconstrued. It doesn't happen right on the field. A Super Bowl winning season starts in the offseason. The Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl winning season started last offseason, and it started when they got Saquon Barkley and they added Kellen Moore and what's my man from Miami, their defensive coordinator. Shoot, I'm drawing a blank. But when they got them and they got their free agency and stuff like that, it all started in the offseason. With the Dallas Cowboys, our front office was saying that we had to do more with less. They said that this year was going to be more of the same, so the Dallas Cowboys are going to have to win in spite of, even though an organization shouldn't have to win in spite of itself. But some Cowboys fans expect, no matter what type of product is put out on that field, they expect, but we should be making it to the NFC Championship. We should be making it here. We should be making it there. I mean, Vic Fangio. There you go. There you go, Leo. There you go. Thank you, Leo. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you being here. But yeah, I don't get it. Like, other fan bases, they seem like they are like, damn, they're happy. Like, they're happy with this. they're happy with their quarterback play. Oh, we didn't get this far, but we know our quarterback has it in him to get us this far. But you'll have, and Leo, I ain't calling you out, you one of them level headed, but you have Philadelphia Eagles fans sitting over here in Cowboys Nation's ear, like, yeah, your quarterback sucks. He can't get it done, blah, 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 blah. And then they come back over here like, yeah, our quarterback can't get it done. What the fuck? That's what they do. And knowing good and damn well in that Super Bowl game, like Jalen Hurts having like 240 yards passing, um, 2 touchdowns and 1 interception, they would have dogged Dak Prescott for having those stats. Real talk, they would have dogged him. Like if that was in a loss, they would have dogged him. Real talk. All right. Yeah, they'll say because Dak has been here for 9 years. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get it. And what the first four was Jason Garrett, and then the other five was Mike McCarthy. Dope offensive minds, right? Yeah, yeah, the real fan. Jaden Daniels did play out of his mind last year. He did. He completely turned. I mean, with the help of the front office and the coaching staff and whatnot, he definitely turned the Washington Commanders around last year. But I just want to see what he has this year, because where everybody holds Jaden Daniels this year, they held C.J. Stroud to that last year. They don't even talk about C.J. Stroud now. I mean, he made it to the playoffs too. Like, they don't even talk about him. So I want to see Jaden Daniels this year and see what he does this year. You know what I'm saying? But real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this link in the chat so y'all can come up, spit your raw and uncut. Remember, like I said, I want to see your face. I want to see your face. I want to look you in the eye when I'm talking to you. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead, throw this up, because we over the hour mark. And there it is in the chat, y'all. There it is in the chat. Come on up and talk to a brother. All right, let me scroll down here real quick. Scroll down to the bottom. All right. LT says, I think the biggest issue is a lot of Cowboys Nation was spoiled with the 90s Cowboys. We have to let them go. These new guys need to make their own legacy. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. That's something that we have an issue with, Cowboys Nation. We have an issue with holding on to the past. Like, I've talked about it so much with my brother. My brother's like, damn, can y'all ever get over the Green Bay Packers loss? It's like, I don't think so. I don't think so. Like, we're still talking about Dez caught it. And keep it a buck. We're still talking about Dez catching it. You know? So that's one thing that we have to get over as a complete organization, not even just the fan base, a complete organization, starting with Jerry Jones, because Jerry Jones is one of the biggest culprits. And the reason why I say he's the biggest culprit, because we're talking about who's going to have the 77 jersey. We're talking about who's going to be donning the 70 jersey. CD Lamb donning the 88. This whole legacy. They need to stop that. They need to stop that, because like CD Lamb didn't even want to wear 88 at first, He didn't even want to wear 88. Like who did he? I think he wanted to wear DeAndre Hopkins number, because that's who he looked up to as, as a young wide receiver. But the expectation, boom, here you go, by Jerry Jones. It's like, man, let these men be men. Let these men be out and be individuals, man. Let them pick their own number. But we got to get out of the past. We got to get out of the past, because I know some people have heard this saying, but 1 foot in the past and 1 foot in the future, you're pissing all over the present. Real talk. We got to get out of the past and worry about this legacy moving forward. Absolutely right, LT Ray. Absolutely right. Like, who besides the Eagles and the Chiefs? Huh? All right. Yeah, facts. The unsubstantiated expectation to win created a bunch of fair weather fans. That's something, because I think about this and I'm like people like, I expect to win. Okay, man. Okay. We got somebody coming up. Got the homie Leo. Lee,
Brother man,
what's going on with you?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
Man, you know what it is. Beautiful day over here. Hope your Easter was wonderful, man.
Hey, I woke up. You know what I'm saying? That was the thing.
Yeah.
Like let's put things in its proper perspective. But it was also, in my field of work, it was also Easter and Christmas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I went to church and everything, you know what I'm saying? But I had other obligations that I had to go and handle as well. Saturday night, actually all week, Saturday night, and then last night. And now I'm in recovery right now. Like, Lord have mercy. You know what I'm saying? Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
hear you.
Yeah.
Now in Philly, is it legal yet?
No, it's not. No, but I'm in Jersey. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So I live like 30 miles outside of Philly, and
Okay.
so for me, where I live at, it's literally where the intersection between Jets, Giants, and Eagles mix begins,
Oh,
and
okay.
then as you go further south into Jersey, it's all Philadelphia. Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, because I'm 35 miles outside of Philly and 50 miles outside of New York. So I
Okay.
get New York television. Growing up, I had New York television and Philadelphia television, and
Alright.
it's not uncommon for you to have a mixture of Giants, Jets, Eagles fans, and then you got your Cowboys mixed in there, and then fans from other fan bases too. But this is where the mix begins, and then as you go further south to Jersey, it's all Eagles.
Nah.
Yeah, so it's interesting, But the other thing too is I wanted to point out because you and I we talk about this type of stuff all the time,
Right.
and again, I love just being able to have the differencing of opinions and stuff like that with intellectuals from a fan base,
Right.
but we just sold up Cam Jurgens today,
Yeah, I seen that. I seen that.
bruh. Do you like and I'm like, I wonder if people really understand the significance of that because that's literally our entire O line. Our entire O line. And you guys have had to deal with Lane's ass for over 10 years. I'm going on, this is 10 years. Think
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, think about that. We would think like would you say that, and this is no disrespect, but would you say that the drop off between Jason Kelsey and Cam Jurgens has been that significant? Nope.
I mean, you can't say that. Like
Right?
even after Jason Super
Yeah.
Bowl.
We
So you
still
really
ran a
can't
tush
say that.
push. We ran the tush push last year like Jason Kelsey was still here.
Right.
And then you
Right.
got Tyler Steen, you know what I'm saying, who made it to the Pro Bowl, and then Jordan Mailata, who was a rugby player. I'm just saying. And then all we
Mm,
got to do is that continuity. Y'all got to deal with that O line plus whoever else they bring in. I mean, like right now, like Philadelphia. If you're an offensive lineman, you know what I'm saying,
mhm.
to be able to go through Stoutland University, even if you want to get a bag, you need to go to Philly just to go through Stoutland University. Look, Mekhi Becton got a bag.
Mhm.
He was only here for a year. And remember, they was calling him a first round bust. And then Jeff Stoutland got his hands on him, and then look.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, wow.
I mean, it definitely comes down to like some people just need a change of atmosphere, and the right coaching to coach them up, and they can be dogs for you. You
Yeah.
know, that's why I feel like with the Dallas Cowboys and the moves that we made this offseason, they may not have been the sexy moves, and we may not even hold on to a majority of the guys that we got. But there are some diamonds in the roughs, some diamonds in the rough when it comes to who we got this offseason
Bro,
that can
like
make an
where
impact.
did you okay. And this is where you have the difference between Dallas Cowboys fans and then Cowboys fans. You know what I'm saying? Because Dallas Cowboy fans, you know what I'm saying, are really interested in the how to. You're interested in the future. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? The other thing about, and this is where I'm going with this. with our O-line that everybody is sold up. Everybody that we sold up is everybody we drafted.
Yeah.
And so what I think, you know what I'm saying, like I know how you feel about, you know, like offensive linemen may not be the sexiest of moves, but when you look at where we are right now, it's everybody. Like, we drafted Lane Johnson 10 years ago.
Right.
We drafted Jordan Mailata like what, 4 or 5 years ago, something like that. Cam Jurgens has only been on the team for a couple of years. Tyler Steen too. Like,
Yeah.
if you think about it, you see what I'm saying? And then you telling me you go and see these, you got to deal with these guys at least for the next 3 to 4 years. Because
Yeah.
remember, we just sold up Lane Johnson last season. Again, to run it back for like 3 more years.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Angie for the $5 cash app. Truly appreciate you, Angie. Thank you so much.
And I
A1.
think and the significance of having done that is what I feel like Dallas Cowboy fans, such as yourself, are always having a fight with Cowboy fans who are looking for, who want the splash look, the sexy look, and it's like, like this is a delicate dance because of cap restrictions and shit like that. Like, I'm sorry, that's what you like. I know that's what you're thinking about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's and you know, again, you know, not to be trolling, but then also taking shots when little pop shots here. That's what's fun about being an Eagles fan, watching y'all argue with each other.
I know.
Because it's like, do you really want to see an oxymoron? Watch Dallas Cowboy fans argue with Cowboys fans, because Dallas Cowboy fans understand why you don't want to get rid of Dak right now. Cowboy fans, get rid of Dak. And Dallas Cowboy fans are saying, okay, yeah, I get you on the get rid of Dak thing, but what we got, what do we replace him with? What's out there? There's nothing really out there right now that's in comparison to. So we stuck with this right now. This is the best we could do at this position for now. And Cowboy fans want something flash. Go get Deion. Go get Shador.
Gee.
Am I lying? Am I lying? I'm just saying.
I mean, no, you're not. No, you're not lying. And that's my issue, my brother. That's my issue. Is like when you ask them, like, who do we get to replace Dak Prescott? And it's like I don't know. Let's just roll with Milton. Let's just roll with Joe Milton. I'm like, so we would much rather. Boy, I'm gonna kick you off here.
Y'all get mad at you.
Look at you. You over here trolling now. You over here trolling now. I ain't taking it, damn it. He done smoked and came on my podcast.
No, I'm just saying, like, listen.
Look at this, Cowboys Nation.
It's crazy, but Eagles fans actually agree with Dallas Cowboys fans. The joke of it all is watching Dallas Cowboy fans argue with Cowboy fans. And that's the part, like, and for us, that's where it's like, this is where we get to laugh. Because this is where, you know, like, I had never seen this before. And it's crazy because, in all honesty, what is the better option at this point? He's got a no trade clause. What are you guys going to do? Cowboy fans, like, they scream and holler about that. And I'm like, but he has a no trade clause. Like, you stuck. I don't think Cowboy fans understand just how stuck they really are. You know what I'm saying? Like Cowboy fans are not screaming to the rafters as to why it takes so long for y'all to sign these contracts. Y'all end up paying way more than you should have if you had done your due diligence and got the shit done when you should have. You understand what I'm saying? Look at what we got. We got A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith under contract when it could have cost us a whole lot more.
If you waited, yeah.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I just told you, we literally got our starting O-line sign sewed up. Like, shit. You know what I'm saying?
Come over here and rub your Eagle shit in my face.
Bruh, I'm just saying, man, because I agree with, like, and that's, like I said, this is the joke. The joke of it all for us is watching Dallas Cowboy fans argue with Cowboy fans, because Cowboy fans are so not paying attention to all of the rules. And it's sad because you're missing out on the fun of it all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you're not paying attention to salary cap, contract lengths, guarantee shit. It's a whole thing. You know what I'm saying? And it sort of kind of brings the like I said, that's why I like talking to intellectuals about it. Because we're playing the same game too. Like, hey, look at, and that's why people don't understand. This is the reason why Cowboy fans can't understand why the Philadelphia Eagles is the new gold standard for how you do this type of stuff. This is what they don't understand. And this is and that's the part that really pisses people off. That's where, again, Dallas Cowboy fans hate it too. You know what I'm saying? Cowboy fans don't understand it. That's why they never talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And then the both of us have to now sit here and deal with delusional Commander fans. Like, they talking real spicy. I mean, like, really? Like, yo, okay, granted, yeah, like, it's funny as an Eagles fan. I have to admit, it's really, really funny, the fact that their rookie quarterback has been further in the playoffs than Dak has. But
that shit ain't funny.
It's just funny to us. But here's the thing. It doesn't mean that I don't think that he's better than Dak. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I don't think he's better than Dak is because he only played 1 year of football. Come on now.
That's it.
Hey, I like the youngin. I think he has the potential to be better than Dak. But I will not stand here and say Jaden Daniels is better than Dak based off of 1 year of no. I need to see you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I hate to get there. That's the best that you can get out of me.
And that's the thing, that you will have some Cowboys fans that will compare Dak Prescott to Jaden Daniels, knowing that Jaden Daniels is a rookie.
Yeah, that's the part there's Cowboy fans and then Dallas Cowboy fans. Cowboy fans do that because it's splashy. It's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But here's the thing, even when dealing with Commander fans, do you guys realize that, Jaden Daniels is only 2 years younger than Jalen Hurts?
Mm-hmm. Now I'm gonna put you on the spot before I let you go.
Do it. Go ahead. Let's go. What?
Do you feel that the Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl was all Jalen Hurts, or do you feel it was the system placed around him?
Do I feel as though it was all Jalen Hurts, or do I think it was the system around him?
Like player personnel, everything like that? Or did it all gel together?
Well, I'll say this. I think it was everything. Everyone. You know what I'm saying? And when you and here's the thing. And I say that because I don't want it to sound like I'm saying it was a mixing bowl. No, it was not a mixing bowl. What that was what you all got was a damn good salad. Because think about the things that make a good salad. Tomatoes, lettuce, onions, chicken, whatever, however you put in a salad, right? But no one ingredient loses its identity. They just all come together to make a good ass salad. You know what I'm saying? And so you cannot deny Jalen Hurts' performance. In fact, you cannot deny, and that's under any circumstances, when you look at the both Super Bowls that he's actually played in, he statistically had a better game than his opponent. He statistically outplayed Patrick Mahomes in both Super Bowls, statistically. You know what I'm saying? And if you listen to if you listen to what the players who played against him say about him as well. Patrick Mahomes said Jalen Hurts was balling his ass off. Chris Jones said Jalen Hurts was balling his ass off. I don't know where people are getting the things that they're saying about Jalen Hurts, But that is and that's coming out of the mouths of the players he played against. And if you look at head to head between Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts is 2-3. People forget we beat them in the regular season last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
Yep. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm looking at what this man did in the biggest of games, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me ask you something. Do you know what Jalen Hurts is like in the Super Bowl? Do you know what he plays like when he's in the Super Bowl? Yes or no? Yes, you do. You've seen it, right?
I ain't watched the Super Bowl. I watched the halftime show.
But I'm just saying, you know what he looks like in the Super Bowl. You've seen it. There's two games, right? Can you tell me what Dak is like in the Super Bowl? No, you can't.
All right, you getting the hell off of my shit with this.
I know and I'm not trolling. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? And mind you, look at what my quarterback has done in half the time.
See, and I believe that some Cowboys fans have the same thought as you. My quarterback done. But when we started this whole talk, you talked about that it was kind of a whole team effort.
Yeah.
So it's not really like, yes, without the quarterback, there's nothing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, without Devontae Smith, without AJ Brown,
Yep.
without your offensive line clicking, without your defense playing out of control, would you have gotten that same results? You know what I'm saying?
But see, that's the thing. Once you say that, that's when you go from the what is to the hypotheticals and theory. I mean, everything from that point on is hypothetical and theory.
It's speculation.
The problem for me is that I cannot live in the hypothetical and theory. I have to live in the what is. My team is like that, and that's the quarterback that I have. Does Josh Allen and Lamar and all of them need the same thing that Jalen got too if they're going to win a Super Bowl? Because if you didn't need those things, how come they ain't won one yet? And they're continuously, so you mean to tell me you need to see 4,000 to 5,000 yards a season to think that that's an elite quarterback? That's what you need? Or
that's what some need.
Yeah, but see, okay, here's the thing. Then you're not worried about winning. That's where that's when it's you know what I'm saying? Like what my quarterback say, hey, let's keep the main thing. Did we win? Yeah. I'm not even going to play the hypothetical. You could put anybody. I don't know about that. You don't know that. That's a hypothetical in theory. I ain't playing that game with I like my stuff. I like the fact that my quarterback only needs to make 18 completions. He only needs to do 24 completions. My running back is getting, think about this and ask yourself this too, because I get what you're saying. Because Miles Sanders got a bag behind that O-line. Devontae Swift got a bag behind that O-line. And they all had career years. You see what I'm saying? So when you Saquon was already Saquon before he got to the Eagles. But then you put him behind that O-line, look what happened.
Yeah, he was able to unlock it.
Yeah. AJ was already AJing before he got to Philly in Tennessee. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Devontae only went to Alabama for Jalen Hurts. He only got to play 1 year with him. You see what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is that I can't play the hypothetical in theory. I don't even know what happened. And then we got all these damn Georgia Bulldogs, plus the little youngins that's in the wings. Everybody forgot Keely Ringo, Eli Ricks. They hungry.
I like that.
Yeah, and angry. Remember we said a healthy mix of veterans and youngins that are contributing on their rookie contracts.
Yeah.
Think about, so when I say that to you, Cooper Jazeen and Quinyon Mitchell, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Two significant contributors on the defense They only played, that was their rookie season last year.
Yeah, of course.
So you got to deal with them for at least another 4 years on rookie contracts.
Right.
Three maybe at the most. But I'm just saying, damn, yo, this, forget the fact that it's the Philadelphia Eagles, Look at time. We're talking about everybody I just named is on their rookie contract. Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Nolan Smith. These cats are all, we just sold up Zach Bond this year. And so all those people I just named, those are cats y'all got to see for the next 4 years. You know who you're going to see for at least 4 more years. Y'all are still building that. Your trenches. Look at that. You see what I'm saying? You obviously the Eagles put a emphasis on the trenches. And I think that's where Cowboy fans are missing it. You know what I'm saying? Because when you look at Tyron Smith and Zach Martin, them retiring and everything like that, bro, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. Plus y'all gotta learn a whole new defensive scheme. Y'all gotta learn a whole new offensive scheme. You know what I'm saying?
Not so much the offensive scheme.
Yeah, well, but still, first time head coach. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. Like this is it's a whole thing. New coaching staff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That the regime did not pick. Y'all let this dude that has some familiarity pick his team for the first time. So as a Dallas Cowboy fan and a Cowboy fan, you have no clue what you're about to get. Hopefully this will work for you or not. You know what I'm saying? But y'all can't call this. I ain't got that problem.
But I sit back and I look at Eagles fans, and they won the Super Bowl in 2018, and a lot of y'all talk as if y'all have been the standard for the entirety. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all wasn't in our position in, let's say, 2000 through 2018.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like we all have been there. You know, the Cowboys have been in a place where they were 1-15 and they bounced back and win a couple championships. Just because somebody's in a drought, and how long did it take the Eagles to get that championship in 2018? Just because somebody's in a drought doesn't mean that they can't make it back out. And y'all talk as if the Cowboys can never make it back out.
No. Let me tell you what it is. Let me tell you what it is. It's not even that. I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is, because I get what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? It's there's a way we talking. You know what I'm saying? And you just don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got our nose turned up at you at when it's not like y'all ain't never been us. You know what I'm saying? Which is why I feel like the scene from the 5 Heartbeats, when Eddie Kane Jr. is like, how's it feel to be me? You know what I'm saying? That's to me. That's
this dude. With that being said, I'm gonna hit you with the button.
No, I'm just saying that's what, because the things that y'all say, that's what I think in my head when I listen to y'all. But here's what it really is. It's the fact that we know your pain points. You know what I'm saying? It's not that we're not familiar with those pain points ourselves. We that's why I said Eagles fans actually agree with Dallas Cowboy fans on what those pain points are. You know what I'm saying? The problem is Cowboy fans don't get it. And remember when I said the joke of it all is watching y'all argue with each other because it's oxymoronic. You know what I'm saying? It's pure comedy. You know what I'm saying? But when we see how, when you see how Cowboy fans, when you see how the organization itself has been self-inflicting these wounds. See, you get like you guys do it to yourselves. You know what I'm saying? When Jerry says the things that he says, does the things that he does, it's not like he helping y'all. You know what I'm saying? So there's so much that you guys have to deal with those aren't our pain points anymore.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And now, just like there's a whole generation of Cowboy fans who have never seen the team win, you know what I'm saying, who have grown up to never see the team win, you know what I'm saying? There's an entire generation of Eagles fans, you know what I'm saying, who will remember these pain points for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I get you. I get you, Leo, man. I appreciate you stopping up, man. I appreciate you stopping up, but I got to stop you from gloating on my channel now.
no doubt, brother. No doubt, man. I love you, man. Again, happy belated 420. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Shout out to your whole fan base who can't stand me no more. You know what I'm saying? Because I see some of these comments, but that's okay. Keep them coming. We're going to win the Super Bowl again, by the way.
Okay, I'm stamping it. I'm time stamping it.
Yeah. Make sure. Hey, look, if you want, you know, splice this up, cut this up, and then put me on there. I'm going on record as saying, yeah, we're going to run it back again.
All right, as soon as y'all get eliminated from the playoffs, I'll
put I will present my. Hey, listen, integrity is a big thing, and just as boastful as I was today, if we lose or whatever, I'll make sure I will present myself for my comeuppance and eat that crow right here.
All right, Leo,
All
man.
right?
I'll have you up here just to do that, man. But I appreciate you stopping by, bro.
Hey, man, I love you, man. Be safe, all right?
All right, man. Have a good one.
All right, now, peace.
Peace. Yeah. Oh, Leo, man. Leo, he comes with some good, some good NFL and analogies, NFL talking points and stuff. I know he was up here gloating about the Philadelphia Eagles and everything, but some people say, "Oh, it's a new season." Nah, man, because I know if I was a Dallas Cowboy, I know if the Dallas Cowboys like won a championship, I would be insufferable, and I can admit that though. I can admit that I'd just be, turning the knife just a little bit deeper. And I'm gonna do that until you knock me off the, mountain. But I gotta get to these super chats. D Link in the building. What's going on? Says, what is Hurts has 4 playoff wins with less than 155 yards passing. That speaks to how great the Eagles team is. See, that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if I could just sit back and chill and lean on the fact that Dak Prescott only has to throw the ball 17 times, I'm with it. My run game can take over the way that a Saquon Barkley could take over. I'm with it. That my defense could stop the run. I'm with it. But it seems as if our own fan base, and you see how Leo was laughing at Dallas Cowboys fans, it's because the civil war within our fan base. People talk about Jerry Jones makes the Cowboys the laughing stock, but Cowboys fans contribute to it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm like, man, we have an overarching goal, and instead of fighting with ourselves, we need to be Cowboys fans. DC for life against the world. You know what I'm saying? Dallas Cowboys against the world. And I just feel our fan base, like a majority of them have it. There's some that just don't. You know what I'm saying? But I would love for Dak Prescott to be able to sit back, hand the ball off. Sit back, hand the ball off. Yeah, you can throw up to 25 times, but let's have a run game to where we can rely on it and it could translate into the playoffs, deep into the playoffs. But with these Philadelphia, and I appreciate you for the $5 super chat. Thank you for the support. Truly appreciate you. But like, man, I'm just hearing Eagles fans talk like they've been the standard for the NFL their entire existence, and they haven't. Let's not act like y'all didn't struggle to get where you were. Let's not act like you haven't, because you have. But anyhow, I know I had another super chat in there. I had one from Drew. Thank you, Drew, for the $2 super chat. Says, we have been the gold standard for the past 30 years. You a damn lie, bro. Come on, brother. Come on. I seen this little thing up on the internet, and they were saying how much playoff wins the Dallas Cowboys had with no Super Bowl, how many playoff wins the Philadelphia Eagles had with 2 Super Bowls since 2000. It's like, come on, you're gonna make that thing. You're gonna make that thing. A Philadelphia Eagles fan must have made it because they put a time stamp on it. Like we don't want to go back and count the success over the years. The success over the franchise's existence. I'm sorry, I'd rather be a Dallas Cowboy than a Philadelphia Eagle. Real talk. We might not have gotten in recent memory, but damn, the Dallas Cowboys are all through the history books. They're all through Canton. They're all through it. We just haven't gotten it recently. So let's not act like the NFL started in 2000 because it didn't. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, we ain't trying to hear that shit from before. We ain't trying to hear none of that. What about 2018? Man, y'all had to get there. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, all right, Ghostface Gaming, what's going on with you? Says Washington is loaded. They will beat the Eagles this season. Get red is coming. He said, get ready. Washington about to handle the Eagles. Go ahead, take care of our dirty work. Please. Please. LT Ray, those damn birds angry. One of these days angry. Not gonna lie. When my Nuggets won a championship, I was toxic as yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Man, if I'm not saying we're going to the Super Bowl, but in my lifetime, we make it to the Super Bowl and we win a Super Bowl, I'm gonna be in Dallas. I'm gonna be at 88. I'm gonna be down there chilling. I'm gonna be down there just raising hell. And I'm gonna be insufferable for the entire season until you knock us off that hill. So that's why I'm like, whenever a Philadelphia Eagles fan come on here and get their gloat on, like I gotta accept it because they won the Super Bowl. Me personally, I'm not gonna go on a Philadelphia Eagles content creators to rub it in, but hey, that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. It is what it is what it is. D-Link, Drew, the gold standard would be the Patriots winning 6 Super Bowls in the last 30 years. Then you have the Kansas City Chiefs winning 3 Super Bowls. Ravens, Giants, Rams, Bucks have also won 2. So no, Philly ain't the gold standard. Like, Philly fans will say that to themselves. We the gold standard now. No, you're not. No, you're not. I know you're going to try to make yourself feel good, but you're not the gold standard for the NFL. It's that junkie talk, but it's not based in reality. Eagles fans like to lie and pretend Hurts. Oh God, they're pretending Hurts is just some amazing quarterback. Just admit it. Was the number 1 O-line, number 1 defense, 2,000-yard running back, and 2 number 1 wide receivers. You ain't gotta lie. And see, and that's the thing when Cowboys fans ask that for Dak Prescott to get those type of things, like they will say 1,000-yard rusher was good enough. Y'all had pieces that were good enough. And I know my man Drew said, Zach Martin said that y'all had the pieces and y'all just went to bed. Yeah, we did. We went to bed. So what? How many years has the Philadelphia Eagles went the bed? Come on now, let's not act like you're exempt from the crap because y'all have went through it all the way up until 2018. You went through it from 1962 to 2018. That is not a gold standard to me. I'm sorry. It's just not. I respect y'all. Y'all won the Super Bowl. Y'all get y'all jollies off, rubbing it in everybody's face. I understand that y'all do what y'all do. I ain't gonna tell you any way to fan, but don't be delusional. Y'all ain't the standard yet. I won't talk about the future because I don't know the future, but you ain't the standard yet. All right, the real fan one. Pay a quarterback $60 million a year just to throw the ball 25 times or less in a game. Okay, he making 60 million a year. What, you want him to throw it 60 million times? No. I want the team to do what the team has to do in order to win. I don't want the quarterback to do what the quarterback has to do alone to win. That's just way too much on one person on the damn team. It takes an entire team to win the championship. And if you're going to put all of that expectation on one player, you're going to be at the exact same spot every single year, talking about somebody can't get it done, talking about the next quarterback after Dak Prescott. He can't get it done. Let's get rid of him. He can't get it done. Let's get rid of him. Just because ESPN tells you that the quarterback takes all of the flack doesn't mean that you have to listen to him. You can do your own research. You can know that football is a team sport. It takes 11 men on the offense with depth. Y'all know that word, depth. Takes the depth, rotating in, everything to click perfectly in order to win that championship. And for people to say that, oh, we would rather Joe Milton than Dak Prescott, so on and so forth. I would rather a person that, what's the record? 2-5, 7 times out of 10 seasons going to the playoffs to get a chance. We got a better chance at Dak Prescott quarterbacking this team and us slipping into an NFC championship than you do a Joe Milton coming in here and taking the team to a championship. So I will put my eggs in the basket with Dak before I will put my eggs in the basket with just get rid of them and we'll do whatever after that. No. And the $60 million quarterback, I don't hear that, the real fan, just for the simple fact that when it was 40, people complained. They expect this man to play with a minimum salary. And I'm not the type to go to McDonald's and tell somebody, you don't deserve $15 an hour. I'm not that type. Get your bread no matter who you with. Get your bread no matter who you with, no matter what team you on. Get your bread, because the owners ain't going to give a damn if you drop dead. They're going to replace you the next day. Get your fucking bread. I'm sorry. Stay out of these people's pockets. And I'm not mad at you, real fan. I understand this is your real concern. This is your real Raw and Uncut. And I'm not trying to disrespect that in no way, shape, or form. But damn, brother, I ain't worried about what you make. Why are we worried about what these players make, especially when the salary cap, boom, keeps bumping up and bumping up and bumping up? We expect these guys to stay stagnant at a $40 million a year when that was the gold standard, 5 years ago? No, get your bread. Get your bread, do what you do. Hey, we got to get away from this whole $60 million thing, real talk. But the Cowboys fans ain't got nothing to root for, if we're being honest. Yeah, we're a weak team now because of Jerry, and has ran it down bad this time. See, and a lot of people will tell me I'm delusional and everything, that I just take up for Dak, that I don't show Dak any accountability, even though if you look at my videos, like when Dak Prescott does something messed up, I'm on him. But I'm not the type to be on him and say, get out of here, we don't need him. Get out of here, we don't need him. No. I see Dak Prescott ceiling. And with a good team around him, with a defense that, because let's not get it twisted, the Philadelphia Eagles had a #1 defense. Oh, well, we had top 5. Philadelphia Eagles had a #1 defense. Oh, man, we can't do it in the top 5. Philadelphia Eagles had a #1 defense. That's all I'm going to keep coming back to. Like, Philadelphia Eagles got these gunners on each side of the damn quarterback. We got one. Like, man, man. Angie, one word. That's what it is. One word. Oh, man. Thank you guys for joining. I just want to scroll down real quick so I make sure I ain't miss nobody. Yo, we're going to have to figure out a time, Angry Cowboys Fan Family. We're going to have to figure out a time to where I could just come on here and we could talk this raw and uncut stuff, because, like I said, I hate to step on people's toes, but at the same time, I got to get in where I fit in. You know what I'm saying? I got to get in where I fit in. Los Altos. What's that mean? I ain't saying nothing. It says, my bad, at Angry Cowboys Fan. Had to go check on the bros. I hate confrontation. I hate a scuffle. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. I handle my own. I handle my own. I'm just saying. I just hate when people, and can we all just get along? You know what I'm saying? And what they have is they have. I don't get into that. All I know is I support my Dallas Cowboy content creators. My Dallas Cowboys content creators. I'm not gonna put you down. If we disagree, we disagree. That's your take. You will never see me clip somebody else's stuff and say, look at what he said. He's stupid. I mean, I'll do that with the 3 and 4 letter networks. I'll do it with the 3 and 4 letter networks, but I'm not gonna do that to other creators on YouTube. I'm not gonna do that because everybody is entitled to their opinion, even if it's freaking wrong. And I'm not saying that none of those two people that you mentioned right here, I ain't saying that they wrong. I'm saying like we talked about Shady McCoy earlier. But I love both of them. Dallas Cowboys brothers, content creators, love both of them. Hopefully they can get past the scuffle and continue to work. You know what I'm saying? Continue to go for that goal of just talking to Cowboys Nation and suggesting things how we can get to where we want to be. You know what I'm saying? But I can't speak on them. I wish both of them nothing but the best. I'm gonna keep supporting both of them. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, I gotta worry about the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel. I gotta worry about the Facts Over Philly's YouTube channel. Half worry about it because I got the homie Sports Junkie. But those are the things that I gotta worry about. You know what I'm saying? You guys, I mean, I ain't gotta worry about y'all, but you guys, y'all close to the chest. But with the whole scuffle, you know what I'm saying? With the whole scuffle, I just hate to see it. I just hate to see it just for the simple fact that just like you saw how Leo was on here earlier, shout out to Leo, but how he was on here earlier, people laughing at us. Other fan bases is laughing at us. And it ain't just Jerry Jones that's making other fan bases laugh at us. It's us. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to not have it personal, not make it personal. This isn't personal. This is Dallas Cowboys football. What's personal is the relationships and the bonds that I have with you guys that we create as a Cowboys family or even as an NFL family because there's other teams in here. I don't want to see nobody do bad. I want to see everybody in this damn chat, all our content creators, no matter what content creator you are for what team, I want to see you prosper. Real talk. I want to see you prosper. I guess that's just the type of person I am. See, Drew, Dak had a top 5 defense. I don't care. One. I want one. I am stingy. I want number 1. Y'all got number 1? Y'all got number 1 last year. We can't have what y'all had. We can't have a number 1 defense. We got to have top 5. No, I want number 1. Y'all had a top 5 defense, and y'all had some teams. So did y'all. From 1962 until 2008 or 2017, y'all had teams to do it. Why didn't you get it done? All those years, why didn't you get it done? Because everybody wasn't clicking on the same page, right? Bro, Eagles fans be killing me. Like, y'all have been the gold standard of the NFL since your existence. It's only been since the new millennium where y'all have even been relevant. Yeah, you made it to the Super Bowl a couple times, but you didn't win it. Jim Kelly. And I know Jim Kelly played for the Bills, but I'm just saying, y'all made it and didn't win until 2018. See, that's why the NFL clowns. Oh, it is what it is, Drew. It is what it is. It is what it is. Tricks, been a member of the Angry Cowboys Fan Family for 6 months. 6 months. Damn. Man, that's a long time, man. I appreciate you being a member. Appreciate everybody that is a member, a channel member. I appreciate everybody on the channel, but I appreciate the channel members for hooking it up and supporting the channel. Definitely. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. Uh, he said, are the Eagles Super Bowl champs? Yeah. So somebody has to be a champ every year. Hey, damn. See, Drew, I hate to say it, but y'all Eagles fans get super obnoxious. Like, real talk. Like, I love you to death, but your talking points get super obnoxious. Angry Cowboys fan. Angry. Look at the Chiefs. Their fans waited 40 plus years. It was 50. Yep. To get good again. They were owned by Denver for 20 plus years, Angry, then 18. And Reed he changed everything there. Absolutely. The way these teams talk, the way Philadelphia Eagles fans talk now because they're on top of the mountain, they won the Super Bowl. The way they talk is nobody can have a slump. The way the 3 and 4 letter networks talk is as if a team cannot have a slump. We are in our slump. What did you expect the Dallas Cowboys to be in the damn championship every single year? No, it's not happening. It's not happening with any team. Yeah, the New England Patriots, they were there, they won 6 championships, but it comes to an end at a point. How long you're on top, it all depends on your organization, not just your quarterback, your organization. You know what I'm saying? So if the Philadelphia Eagles don't make the championship this year, if they don't make the championship, are y'all still the gold standard? No, you're not. No, you're not. Hey, man. Hey, Max 101. Yo, I truly appreciate you. That is a wonderful compliment, and I thank you. I thank you for that. Thank you so much. Hey, Los, we appreciate you too, fam. We appreciate you too. I don't want to keep y'all too long, man. We've been up here almost 2 hours and everything, and I thank you guys for your attention. I thank you for your sacrifice of a little time on this Monday to come and rock with your man, the Angry Cowboys fan. I truly appreciate it. Rico, I missed you. My bad, dog. My bad. See, he done slipped in the house. My bad. All right, DC, Angry. Leo knows how to come on and be respectful, but trolls will get the boot. That's my thing. That is my thing. If you're gonna come on here, you're a fan of an opposing team, a rival team, any other team, and you come in here, you can speak fact, you can talk about football, and this is what I see about your team and how it can get better. I love that type of camaraderie, that conversation. I love it because we can build. That's why, like, whenever you see some of the thumbnails that I put up and I say, let's build Cowboys Nation, I'm talking about coming together so we can build, so we can have a conversation that builds, not a conversation that tears down. And I guess that would be some of my problem with the people that are anti-Dak, because there is no conversation where we can build. There is no conversation on how the team can get better. It's just degrading our quarterback. So I guess that's the frustration and animosity that I get when we have those conversations. It's not that I'm taking it personal. It's just that, like, you're kind of dumbing me down. You're dumbing the glass half full down, and is that your goal? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you're absolutely right, man. These trolls, y'all about to get the boot. Y'all gonna be getting the boot. Y'all keep messing with me. I don't want to see y'all over on X talking about Angry done kicked me out. Shoot. Max says, every time I hear a Cowboys fan say it's our year, I roll my eyes. I've heard it 2 times since Super Bowl this February. See, I'll talk like this because I dream big. I'll talk like, man, if we were to make it, if we were to make it, that would be dope. I'm going down to Dallas. I'm gonna be there. Da, 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 da. I will talk like that, but I'm not gonna say, yo, these offseason acquisitions, we going to the Super Bowl this year. Man, hell no. They gotta show me. Y'all gotta show me before I even say that. We gotta be printing the shirts and already done had the NFC championship parade to say we going to the Super Bowl from here. Like, I have that not an expectation, but a want. Like, yes, I hope we can make it to a Super Bowl. A Super Bowl, not the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Like, people will take it and twist it. They'll take your words and they'll twist it. Stephen A will take your words and he'll twist it to make you look bad, make the Dallas Cowboys organization look bad. Because I'll keep it a buck, Max. Like, Cowboys fans, I'll see a post on Facebook saying we're going to the Super Bowl, and then I'll put a mean face and say, yo, this is why they call us delusional. But for the majority of Cowboys Nation, I have not heard too many people say we're going to the Super Bowl. I believe that's more of an urban legend that Stephen A has cooked up and rival fan bases has latched on. You know, you might hear it once or twice, but that's the exception in the rule. And a lot of people think that the exception is the rule. And I believe that's an issue in Cowboys Nation, that they feel the exception is the rule. And this is what you should be doing because one person did it. They don't mention that 35 others did it and didn't succeed. They will go off that one person that did it and succeeded. You know, like the comp with Dak Prescott. Oh, Dak Prescott, he ain't have a good line. Well, Joe Burrow didn't have a good line and he made it to a Super Bowl and lost. See, you know what I'm saying? But shoot, let me go down real quick. Let me go down. See, yeah, Rico said it. Said look at how long it took the Kansas City Chiefs to get back. Yeah. Whoa. Drew, I love it when I get under some of you guys' skin talking what? Drew, what are you doing, bro? Well, like, what are you doing? Bro, you about to lose your wrench. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Whores? What are you talking about, bro? Like, please calm down, man. Calm down. I know you love your Eagles, man, but at the end of the day, yo, it's respect, bro. The horror shit ain't gonna rock here, man. Real talk. Damn. Tyler Lockett is still available. We could use him at the wide receiver too. He's still got some juice. Hey, I'm with it. I'm with it, Ghostface. We need to go out there. We need to get somebody. I wish we would have gotten a wide receiver before we even entered this draft. That way we wouldn't have to go to the draft hungry. I know y'all have heard that whole analogy from Jay Tuck and everything, going to the draft hungry. If we would have secured a wide receiver, I don't care if it's Tyler Lockett, I don't care if it's Amari Cooper, you know, we should have secured somebody. And they did their due diligence on the line. They did their due diligence on the line so that we had a lot of depth going into this draft so that we didn't have to feel like, oh my goodness, we got to get another Tyler Guyton. No, so they've handled their business that way. So now I hope that the whole worry is we have to get weapons. Because all these other teams, no matter what a Philadelphia Eagles fan wants to tell you, this game depends on weapons in the trenches, you know. And even if we get a good trench, everybody's gonna be like, yo, you should focus on the trench, don't worry about weapons, because they don't want you to win. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nise, I know, right? Watch, he tried at late show. Oh, I done jumped in somebody's conversation. I love it when the D stay inside of yo. Ooh. Damn, Edge. Oh, see, I'm ending it now. Everybody getting disrespectful. That's not what I'm trying to do on this platform, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on. Salute, Angry Cowboys fan. Thanks for the great stuff, bro. I appreciate you too. Hallelujah. I appreciate you too. I want to thank y'all. Before I get up out of here, I want to thank each and every one of y'all for y'all time. I do. I want to thank y'all for y'all time, y'all dedication to this team, because I remember vividly my first year where we went 12-5. I remember vividly how many people were in these chats, how many people were watching the videos. I remember some names and stuff too. I didn't see those names once this year. I didn't see them once this year. I saw y'all's names over and over and over again, and I salute y'all for that. Y'all are the real Dallas Cowboys fans. Real talk. Through thick and thin, y'all are DC for life. It ain't DC for when it looks good, DC for when we winning. It's DC for life, and y'all exhibit that every single day, and I truly appreciate that. Go and hit y'all with this super chat from Drew real quick. Your girl Angie was talking whores. Come on, Pastor. Come on, Drew. All right. We're gonna end it here, Cowboys Nation. I'm gonna try and get my back into shape. No Diddy. Get my back into shape, because even just doing that, I get jolts up my spine because it's hurting. Ugh, it is hurting. But Ghostface says, good show, sir. Go Cowboys. Fingers crossed. I remember the first Super Bowl winner I witnessed versus the Broncos, 78-79. Let's go. What I'm talking about. That is exactly what I'm talking about. Hopefully, we all can get the satisfaction of a Super Bowl win. Hopefully in our lifetime. We're not saying next year. We're not saying the year after, but hopefully within these 4 years, we can make it to where we want to be. Shout out to everybody that has joined this live. Shout out to Leo for coming up and hitting that link. Remember, guys, you might be a little shy next time, but let that shyness roll off your back. Hit that link, and we just going to come up here and talk. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to talk Dallas Cowboys, I'll entertain something real quick. But let's not get completely off the rails. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody, Nisi, LT, Ray, Angie, Sports Junkie, everybody, Los, Dak Owens, everybody up in here, Ghostface. I'm gonna have to go through and shout out everybody, because I don't want to leave nobody out. And that's pretty much who rocking with me still. Nisi, all right, NWB, all right, everybody, Coyote, Tricks, everybody, y'all have a wonderful night, and we're gonna get up again. Like I said, make sure you watch out for the content creators that are doing draft content. DC Universe doing draft content, Law Nation doing draft content. J Tuck will be in Green Bay covering the draft. Attack on Cowboys doing his draft stuff. So make sure I have like 3 or 4 windows open where I have everybody's live going at once, so I can, comment on everybody's lives. But I'm not going to tell y'all what to do. You know what I'm saying? Y'all going to do what y'all do. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Facts over feelings, gearing up. Go subscribe. You see the man Sports Junkie right there and what he's saying. Let me put his comment on the thing real quick. Oh, shoot. Hold up. Angie got a $2 super chat. Angry. Read up. I never said anything to him. Oh, boy. Okay. My bad. I love you guys. You know that. I just don't want no animosity. You feel what I'm saying? I want everybody to get along. And if you can't not troll, then don't show up. For real. Just because we try to have a football conversation, and yes, like Drew, you specifically. And I say you specifically because, bro, you blow up my TikTok. You blow up my TikTok messages with shit just saying nan and a boo boo. Bro, come on. We talking football talk here. So let's continue to talk football talk. Let's continue to have adult conversations. I should not be saying this shit. We grown ass people over here. You know what I'm saying? No hurt feelings here, Drew. I truly appreciate you, my brother. Yo, outside of this football shit, Drew looked out. And that's why he's my brother. Outside of this football shit, Angie looked out. That's why she my sister. Outside of this football shit, every single one of y'all have looked out for me, have prayed for me, and I pray for you guys. I love you guys. We ending it here. We're going to go live again soon, especially with my man Sports Junkie on the Facts Over Feelings, where your facts matter. I'm out. Those who rock with me know about the end credit scene. Yo, what's going on? Yo, Ghostface Gamer said, trade up to draft Shadur. Jerry, that would get us back sooner, please. Do we know what Shadur Sanders looks like without being coached by Deion Sanders? That's going to be his learning curve coming to the NFL. He's not going to have his dad to coach him. He's going to have somebody else. That's going to be Shadur Sanders' learning curve. Let's see how that works out. I wish that man nothing but the best in the NFL. What the NFL has to offer him, hopefully he can be as big, if not bigger, than his father. But I will see y'all on the next live.